All right, so today, guys, we're doing the QA response, Q&A. I call it QA. So Q&A, question response. The first question is, I'm driving, but I memorized some of the questions, but they're on my phone too. So here we go. First question was, how often do people interact with you based on body game or whatever? So here's the thing that a lot of you guys who've never touched grass don't understand about like body game and shit like that. Like, yeah, you're gonna get more choosing signals and shit, but people aren't just gonna run up to you and fondle your ball sack. All right, I feel like a lot. Like, I talked to this one young dude on the phone. I could tell he never touched grass before, and he was like, oh, like, so like the girls just like come up to you and give you the number. No, nigga, that's not how this shit works. They'll give you choosing signals way more, duh, but like people, like I said, like baddies don't just run up to you and fondle your ball sack and then like beat your meat, bro. That's not what happens. All right, like, yeah, you get more attention because you're fit and a lot of people aren't fit, but it's choosing signals and it's looks, right? As far as interactions, dudes will come up to you and be like, hey man, how'd you get this, how'd you get that? Oh, look at your muscle, Mr. Muscle, shit like that. Dudes will say that. They'll ask you advice in the gym, things like that. And girls will stare at you more. You're more likely to get approached by chicks. I've been approached by chicks in the gym multiple times. So yeah, that's that. Now, the next question is, what is your cardio like? Yeah, my cardio is pretty much non-existent, like I always say. I do 10 to 15 minute warm-ups on the treadmill, but my nutrition is on point. Like, my nutrition is just on point, man. Like, a lot of times when you have bad cardio and you have like bad heart health, it's not only that you don't move enough, but it's mostly because you're eating fried foods and bad cholesterol, right? Your cholesterol's high, and yeah, your cholesterol's high and you have a lot of fat. You have a lot of visceral fat. That's usually what's causing, the oxygen transport to slow down. All that plaque buildup, all that cholesterol and shit like that. You can't transport nutrients to the cell. You can't produce enough oxygen, and that's why you feel sluggish and out of shape when you eat like shit. So once you clean up your diet and your cholesterol's good, you're eating fruits, you're getting antioxidants, drinking more water, you're moving more, then you'll notice that, yeah, okay, I'm feeling better, my heart health feels better, all that stuff. One more thing with that is that, like, as far as losing fat goes, a lot of it's nutrition, right? And I feel like that question goes into it because a lot of people think that, hey man, if I just do hours of cardio, I'll be fine. No, you can't eat like shit and do hours of cardio. I'll say that over and over again. I'm tired of saying this shit. All right, that's it. Next one. What kind of camera do you use to film? I use a Sony a7R II for my videos. I've been using it for years. I use it for my pictures too. It's good with pictures and video. Now, I used to use a Canon EOS RP, which is great for fucking photos. Like, you don't have to edit the photos. The colors are really good on the Canon EOS RP. I mean, geez, man. Like, you take a picture and you just like, it's beautiful, bro. The shit is pornographic, bro. Like, yeah, the pictures are beautiful on the Canon, but the video is horrible. There's no in-body stabilization. Like, you can't do videos if you're moving. It's like horrible. So the videos were bad on that, so that's why I got the Sony a7R II. Sony a7R II, I would say that the pictures are just slightly under the Canon, but the video is like 87,000 times better. All right, next question. All right, this is gonna be a two-part series, by the way. How do you hit your daily protein target? Is there a way to do it without protein powder? All right, that's a good question. So, as far as like hitting your daily protein goal, the number one thing you want to do to hit your daily protein goal, which is, I know, it's pretty obvious, I know. People don't do it though. Number one thing you want to do is actually surround yourself with protein. That's number one. So if you eat 2 servings of meat, if you eat like ground beef twice, you eat chicken twice a day, like for lunch and dinner, and then you eat like eggs in the morning or, protein shake in the morning, you're going to hit it every fucking time, right? And you can do it with or without protein powder. Protein powder, protein shakes, protein chips, protein bars are going to make it easier. And whatever is easier is going to be more repeatable. So I know people out there say, oh my God, eating protein bars is unhealthy. Eating Snickers bars is unhealthy, right? Drinking soda is unhealthy. Protein shakes and protein bars, no. All of my friends that are leaner than me, they all drink that shit, they all eat that shit. It's a great alternative. It'll keep your metabolism going, but it'll also keep your blood sugar stable so you won't end up binging. If a protein shake or a protein bar is the difference between you skipping a meal, definitely eat one, because that'll stabilize your blood sugar and you won't binge. Because yeah, binging, like if you go a long time without eating because you didn't snack on anything, you're gonna binge. So the way I do it, I keep my meals very simple, obviously, but I eat a bunch of eggs in the morning. I'll eat it with bacon or turkey sausage. That adds even more protein. You got Greek yogurt. You got Greek yogurt. You got ground beef, ground turkey. It's very easy to hit your protein goals if you eat like 8 ounces of ground turkey twice a day, or 8 ounces of ground beef twice a day, or some tuna on the side. It's very, very simple. The people who say they can't hit their protein, they're just lazy. And if people say, oh, I can't eat that, they just don't want it bad enough. I don't fucking want to hear it. This is the dumbest shit. It's too much food. No, it's not. You're 50 pounds overweight. You eat way more than this. All right. Just because it's more filling doesn't mean it's more food. I hate when people say this shit. It's pretty dumb. All right. Last question for this Q&A. Do you have any tips on stress management? I work 2 jobs and plan on going back to school soon. Any pointers would help. I've seen people say cardio increases stress, while others say it's stress relief. So working out and cardio can be stress relief. It's just gonna depend obviously on your goals. So if you like to run for stress relief, like you do like an hour of running a day for stress relief, or 2-mile runs a day for stress relief, then that's great. You can definitely do running for stress relief. If your goals are aesthetics and you want to look more muscular, you're gonna have to lift some weights. You're definitely gonna have to lift some weights. And your nutrition, obviously high protein is gonna be important, right? But if you're just doing running for stress relief, then yeah, that's good. It's good for stress relief. Now, if you do like an hour of cardio and your protein intake is low and you're not getting enough sleep, then yeah, that cardio will increase the stress on your body for sure, increase your cortisol levels as well. It'll be hard to recover if your protein intake's low and your sleep intake is low. But if you're sleeping fine, your protein intake's high, and you just want to kind of maintain your current weight, then yeah, you can go running. That's totally fine. I usually say don't do a bunch of cardio for people who are trying to, you know, like most people who have goals. Like when I talk to people on the phone, they say, hey man, I want a physique like yours or Steffes Code or Austin Dunham. Yeah, those people on the phone, they usually have low muscle mass and high body fat. So running isn't gonna fucking help. All right, what's gonna help is being in a calorie deficit and building muscle mass. That muscle mass is gonna help you burn more fat at rest, right? But it's also gonna give you the aesthetics that you're looking for. So yeah, it definitely depends on your goal, and that's why I usually recommend, because most people's goal is always to lose fat and gain muscle, because that's what most people need. If you sit around all day and you just eat whatever, you're always gonna I thought I was gonna say crumble cookie too, but I didn't. But technically I just did. But anyways, if you just sit around all day and you just eat like shit and you're not working out, then you have low muscle mass, high body fat. To look aesthetic, you need high muscle mass, low body fat. To get high muscle mass, low body fat fastest, strength training. Very simple. All right, that's it for today's Q&A. I'm gonna do another one right after this.